Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we are going to be reacting to America, Ventura Highway. At least I hope that's how you say that. I'm thinking of Ace Ventura for some reason. But, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name's Daniel, aka Deathstroke9, and here we react to music, and I try to figure out what the music and the lyrics mean to me personally. We do research on the songs that we're listening to at the end of every video. If that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, now that we've got all that jazz out of the way. Yeah, we've only done, I think, one song by America so far, and that was Horse with No Name. So I'm excited to check this one out. Ventura Highway. This was, I think, one of the most requested songs that I do after I did Horse with No Name. So here we are. And yeah, I mean, I've liked the America songs that we've heard so far, so let's just keep going. I like it so far. There's really nothing else to say. I want to hear the song, so yeah, link to the original video will be down below in the description. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Ventura Highway.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road.
I love it already.
Tell me, how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway, in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train.
I freaking love it. I don't even want to say anything. Let's 3, 2, 1. Let's keep going. It's beautiful. Everything about it's beautiful. It makes me feel like nostalgic for something. That's like there's a longing, but there's also like a peaceful happiness in it. I really like it.
Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train.
Love that.
Sorry, boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Aw, come on, Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway, in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your day
be honest, I like that more than Horse with No Name. That was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. Oh my goodness, how much I loved it. Wow. They only have 76,000 subscribers on YouTube. Jeez. Obviously, most of these YouTube accounts for bands from this time period are like not actually run by the bands or anything like that. Yeah, provided to YouTube by Warner Records and stuff. But still, it's like, man, I feel like they should have more subscribers. Go subscribe to their channel. Like I said, link below in the description. All right. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's like escape music, you know? Like if you've got something bad going on in your life, you can... That's true for a lot of music, though. Anyway, all right. Ventura Highway by America off their album Homecoming. Yeah, that's what it made me think of. Okay, so this... what have artists said about the song? Dewey Bunel, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, said, "This song reminds me of the time I lived in Omaha as a kid and how we'd walk through cornfields and chew on pieces of grass. There were cold winters, and I had images of going to California." So I think in the song I'm talking to myself, frankly. How are you going to stay here, Joe? I really believe that Ventura Highway has the most lasting power of all of my songs. Wow. It's not just the words. The song and the track have a fresh, vibrant, optimistic quality. Yes. Yes. It made me think of childhood a little bit, which is what he said right there, you know. Yeah. Our family used to like rent. Like first we were in a condo, then we rented a place for a while. First we were in a condo, then we lived with our grandmothers for a while, then we rented a place. And the rental place had like an area in the backyard with some trees and stuff. And when I was smaller, to me that little tiny area was like a forest, you know? And me and my sister would we'd be out there for like hours, you know, during the summertime. And like literally all day. And making up games and playing stuff, making up stories. Just all types of stuff. And I didn't really figure out that's what the song was making me think of until he kind of said what it reminds him of. But yeah, that's what I was feeling. That's interesting. All right, anyway. Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me, how long are you going to stay here, Joe? It's interesting. You know, you're in that moment, right? You're in that moment that you're... Let me think. Like you're a kid, and you're in this moment where everything's going all right, you know? But you focus on the future. You're kind of taking for granted what you have. And then you are constantly looking ahead, you know? Constantly looking ahead. And then eventually you look back and you're like, man, I wish I could go back to that. But at the same time, to put this in a more optimistic, spin on that, the most memorable experiences, or the things that you're going to remember are the ones that, you know, actually ache, the ones that actually hurt, the ones that actually remind you that you're human, are the ones that you can't necessarily go back to. They're the ones that stick in your memory, and you wish you could relive them, and you fear forgetting them, you know? And because you're so afraid of forgetting them, and because you know you're never going to experience it again, you never forget it. And you remember it from time to time. And it's just interesting. Anyway, all right. So that line, tell me, how long are you going to stay here? He's like talking to himself. Man, I'm in this small town. I want to get out of here. I want to go to the big city. I want to make it big, you know. Some people say this town doesn't look good in the snow. You don't care. I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine. When the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're going to go. I know. 'Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair, alligator lizards in the air. Kind of reminds me of A Horse with No Name with some of the absurd lyrics. Anyway, I remember vividly having this mental picture of the stretch of the coastline traveling with my family when I was younger, Ventura Highway itself. There is no such beast. What I was really trying to depict was the Pacific Coast Highway, Highway 1, which goes up to the town of Ventura. That's also Dewey Bunal. Let's see what it says alligator lizards has to do with. The song's vocalist and writer said in an interview that alligator lizards in the air is reference to the clouds. Oh, yeah. Interesting. So he's looking up at the clouds. Alligator lizards are a reptile common in California, which is where he was at the time. Wishing on a falling star. This, like, wondering, where am I going to be in 10 years? What am I going to be doing? What is it that I want to be doing? Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry, boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Is that a reference? It's unsure whether a connection between this lyric and the famous Prince song, which was released 12 years after. Oh, the Prince song was released after this. Wow, that actually makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. For some reason, I didn't think of that, though. I think I know. Purple Rain. I knew immediately it was a song. Now I'm trying to think of, like, lyrics, and I can't even... Whatever. I'm positive I know the song. But at least two journalists from the San Diego Union and the Post Tribune wrote that Prince got the phrase purple rain from here. Asked to explain the phrase purple rain, Jerry Beckley responded, "You got me." Come on, Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine. There is no official Ventura Highway. It is a... Okay, I don't know what that comment doesn't have a lot to say. But anyway, all right, then we come to the end and it's do, So that's pretty much the whole song. And this is going to end up being a short video. I really liked the song. Huge thank you to the people who requested it. We've been doing a lot of negative songs recently, and it was cool to have a slightly more positive one. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you enjoy the type of content that we put out. And yeah, I will see you all soon. Deathstroke 9 out. We are Legion, my friends. It's a really good song. I'm gonna listen to it again when I stop recording.